of rallies, so of course we have to get to know him. What's your name, where are you from, and what rally number is this?
My name is Edward X. Young, E-D-W-A-R-D, middle initial X for Xavier, last name Young, Y-O-U-N-G. I'm from Point Pleasant, New Jersey. This is my 54th Trump rally.
54th Trump rally. Holy cow. Well, how have we not met before then?
That's a mystery. I mean, that's a mystery to me. This is...
Nice to meet you, Edward. What inspires you to come out to these rallies? What started it, and what is the factor that keeps you going?
Well, I mean, back in 2015, it seemed pretty obvious that America was going down the tubes, and we had a President, Obama, telling us America's had its day. We're going under. It's unstoppable. And then I was in a terrible car accident. I was lying in my hospital bed. I broke my arm, my leg, a bunch of ribs, 8 herniated discs. I felt my life was over, ruined. But then I saw Donald Trump deliver his speech, and I figured I finally found someone I could believe in. I was like, here is the only one. Donald Trump was the only one with the courage to defy the tyranny of political correctness and the strength to stanch the pernicious flow of progressive liberalism. And I was scared. I was scared at the thought of Hillary becoming president. A knowledgeable friend of mine in D.C., I can't say what he works for, but he told me if Hillary becomes president, she'll be the first woman president and the last president. He said, this country, he said, the Soviet Union went belly up on Christmas Day of 1991. He said, don't think America can't disappear in the blink of an eye with the wrong people in charge. And right now, we got the wrong people in charge. I enjoy these rallies, but I felt really motivated to drive this far after watching that horrendous, vulgar, vile, evil speech by our imbecile chief. I can't even call that guy president. He's just an ignorant, brain-dead sock puppet. The question is, who's pulling the strings and running the show behind the scene? I think we have our suspicions, but I could not believe sitting at home. First of all, what was that blood-red black background with 2 soldiers?
Worst optics I've ever seen. President Trump's advance team would never allow for that to happen. The people that set up these rallies, top of the line.
Biden looked like Emperor Palpatine from the Star Wars series, like a supervillain. And then, of course, he flat out said he's declaring war on me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, how does that feel? It's my next question. I asked Adam earlier, but he declared war on me as well. But you, I mean, how does it feel for the whatever acting, sitting, whatever you want to call it, pains me to say it, but President of the United States, to say that because of your political beliefs, you are a threat to democracy?
I'm an enemy of the state. I'm a semi-fascist. That's like being semi-pregnant. What does that mean, semi-fascist? But I'll tell you, it's not just how I feel. I'm already a victim. I've already had the FBI. I've been to a lot of Trump rallies. I'm very visible. I've been on the press. I don't know how we didn't meet before. But
you know who RSBN is?
Yeah, yes, I do. We just never had a chance to talk.
Okay.
But I've seen I've seen your people, but usually there's a big crowd, and I end up involved with whatever somebody speaking. The president's there, or the president. But
I forgive you.
I have had the FBI come to my house twice and harass me and scare my family and threaten me. And I mean, I was...
What's the most radical thing you've done? What is so radical about you?
Oh, I attended Donald Trump's speech in Washington, D.C. on January 6th of 2002.
Straight to the gulags.
That's right. And I went to see the president speak. That was my 50th rally.
How dare you?
That was my 50th rally. And I did not breach the Capitol building. And nobody I was hanging with talked about it. But we all noticed the surprising lack of security. Nobody talks about it. You would probably talk about it. People keep on acting like this January 6th thing was an isolated incident. No. There were 2 other rallies. Right after the election, there was the Million MAGA March in November, and then there was the 2-day rally in December, and nobody ever talked about overthrowing the government. The talk was, and it was grassroots. There was no central organization. We were going to come back the first Saturday of every month and they gave us Not My President for 4 years. We were going to say Not My President and have these speeches every month like clockwork. What an embarrassment that would be. So the Democrats had to pull the security and let a riot happen and let somebody die so they could stop these rallies. So they could say, see, Trump rallies are dangerous. People get get killed. Who gets killed? We get killed. But also, on top of that, the FBI, when they came to my house, they wanted to know if I was plotting on overthrowing the government.
Wow.
Now, what am I supposed to answer to that? Oh, yeah, I am, actually, yeah. But they wanted to know if I breached the Capitol. I said, I think you guys would know. You guys and they wanted to know if I was a member of the Proud Boys. Do I look like a Proud Boy? Do I look like I would get into the street and fight with Antifa? No. Or if I was a member of QAnon. But then I've been audited now. The first time in my life, after that incident, I was, and they came to my house twice. After that incident, I know. Well, the first time I wasn't there, and they just scared the bejesus out of my 93-year-old father, and they wouldn't tell him who they were. And he said, these men in suits came looking for you, and they had your picture, and they wanted to know if you lived here. I'm like, what did you tell them, Dad? He goes, yeah, he lives here. That's my son. I'm like, who were they? I don't know. They wouldn't tell me. But then I got audited by the IRS. And those bastards, can I say that? Those bastards told me that 5 years ago, they had calculated that I'd underpaid my federal income taxes by $10. And I got this letter that if I didn't pay the $10 within 30 days, I could face substantial fines or imprisonment.
I'm not going to be surprised if those 87,000 new IRS agents specifically target conservative voters.
All going to get audited. Don't even try to save a penny by not declaring something. We're all going to get audited. They're the Gestapo. No, the FBI are the Gestapo. These are like the SS.
So great. Well, on a good note,
Yeah.
President Trump will be here today. It's his first public speech since the raid on his home at Mar-a-Lago. So I think it's really wonderful that thousands of people are coming out to support him.
Let's listen.